Well, like my article that was in the Southern Logging Times, I said, I'm not a logger. I'm just a businessman that owns a logging business. And we're different in that, where I'm not going to get up in a machine and run it. I did in college, but it's been 10 years since I've ran any equipment. I love the business, but I let my loggers, they're professional loggers. Like, they do all the work. We give them good timber to cut and give them the resources to cut that timber, but they're the loggers, and that's why I want to bring some of them with me, because it's like, I feel like I don't highlight them enough, but we have some really, really good people out there that I trust day in and day out and don't really have to worry about them. They do their thing. I'm never going to tell them how to do their jobs because I'm not a logger.
No, Graham VanDusen isn't your typical logger, but his company, VanDusen Timber, is still successful at a time when lots of logging companies in his area are struggling due to an increase in mill closures, rising logging and trucking costs without any corresponding rate increases. The powerhouse education combo of Baylor University's Business School and the Gary VanDusen School of Forestry have strengthened Graham's business. It also gives him a very unique perspective on the feasibility of the business and what it means to truly operate a forestry business in 2025. That perspective was strengthened when younger brother Hal, who also graduated from Baylor, joined the family company. Hal handles detail work in the office, assisting Graham with profitability and understanding exactly where the costs are coming from.
Or we've had to get creative with what we do because the profits from just pure logging and timber aren't there.
The VanDusens, supported by Dane Blunt, who has helped buy timber and manage logging crews for the company since 1992, keep 3 company crews and at least 1, if not more, contract crews working from East Texas into Louisiana, taking care that they work tracks as to not compete with one another. Thanks to pressure from quotas, on any given day, VanDusen's guys are hauling to upwards of 10 mills. He doesn't buy any TIMO timberland and chooses to stick with 100% privately held forests. Having the company set up this way allows Graham to use the tools his business studies background provided him. He lets his loggers do their thing in the woods, and he and Hal focus on doing their thing in the office. Gary and Graham have also grown the land buying portion of the business significantly, buying and selling land for both timber management and commercial and residential developments. This is what they have to do to survive, and something Graham and his wife Camille feel passionate about for their 2 children, James and Mason.
I don't want to be the one that takes over and it goes to crap. So there's you want to hang on to it for as long as you can and keep doing it for as long as you can. But there's only so many years that T-bills beat you that you're like, wouldn't have to put up with all the headaches and the liabilities and don't even get me started on trucking. We haven't even discussed it. That's how bad it is. We're not even talking about trucking right now. Like, that's been the biggest thing is trucking. And how can we fix trucking? And I'm not even thinking about trucking right now. It's like 5th on my list right now. But, we have this rolling liability going down the highway.
Insurance costs have been an industry hot button issue for what feels like decades. Just as the rolling liability of log trucking has been, like everyone else in logging, trucking has always, and likely always will be, a headache for Graham. Sadly, it's one of the 1,000 cuts loggers like Graham are having to endure to stay in business. But still, for Graham, it's not about the numbers, it's about the people and the land, even when the numbers are screaming at him that they don't make sense. While it might not be bright blue skies right now, the emotion tied to his family business means he's finding ways to keep it going. And though their last names might all be different, the VanDusen Timber Company is all one family.
I have a picture somewhere where Dane's holding me when I'm little, and now I have a picture of Dane holding one of my little ones. One of my sawhead operators has been with us since 92. One of my delimit operators has been with us since 92. A couple other guys that have been with us since the late 90s.